Hey, folks, Quillyton here, and welcome to our Monday live stream. And we're back to EU5, baby. Let's get the main screen turned on. How's everybody doing? I'm a little this because yesterday I got one of them there 5G boosters, so my arm hurts and my head's a little fuzzy. But we're gonna do the best that we can. There was something I was about to click before starting, and I can't remember what it is. Oh, this is gonna be a great run. I can already tell. We're gonna do so much progress today, and I'm not gonna make any mistakes whatsoever along the way. Oh, now I remember what I was gonna check. So tomorrow we have a special bonus live stream. We are going to be doing kind of a twofer package tomorrow. We're going to be trying out a game called RuneQuest Warlord. It's going to be a sponsored stream. Slytherin, who is a great publisher that does a lot of sort of indie strategy games that we've played. I think what's the other? What is Distant Worlds that we've played a bunch of their stuff? They put out the new Master of Magic. Like they just love, Distant Worlds. They just love super nerdy strategy games, which is pretty good for us. So we'll be giving a try to RuneQuest Warlords tomorrow. What's interesting, I don't know anything about RuneQuest as a setting, so I'm hoping that some people who have played the other like RuneQuest setting type stuff might show up with some feedback. We'll also be watching part of their announcement stream for some upcoming games that they're going to be releasing. So that's tomorrow, and we are starting, I think at, hang on, I have too many windows open. I don't remember if I have this properly scheduled. I think it's starting around noon Eastern time. So I think it's around our normal Saturday start time. Hang on a sec. I don't have it noted properly. Yes. Okay, 1700 Central European time. So I'm 6 hours before that. So 11 a.m. Eastern time is when I'm going to be starting tomorrow. There we go. So we'll have a little bonus stream tomorrow for that. And then the plan is for Wednesday, probably some more EU5. Okay, so we have some things to talk. Can you show all the map modes? There's like 300 map modes. I'm not going to go through all the map modes. What? There's too many of them. But I'm sure we'll be going through a few as we go. If there's any specific ones you're interested in, let me know. So the big thing today is we are finally up to date. So last Wednesday when we streamed, we were still on 0.6 or 0.7, whichever it was, because even though 0.8 had come out, my Steam hadn't gotten an update. In fact, I had to do a file verification for Steam to recognize that it needed to update my game to 0.8. So last Wednesday, we could have played on 0.8, but we didn't because I didn't realize it was available yet. I did check out 0.10, which is currently on the beta channel, and it's got some various UI tweaks and things like that. However, I'm not sure it's save game compatible because when I tried to load this game on 0.10, it complained about like that. I don't know. There's like 4 provinces or something that didn't exist in my save that might have been added in 0.10 or something like that. So we are playing on 0.9, which I think 0.9 is just a tiny. I think it's just a tiny hotfix to 0.8. One of the big things, there's a couple of big things that have happened in 0.8 that are very much linked. I mean, there's lots of stuff in 0.8, but a lot of it has to do with the vassals. They changed a lot of their calculation for how they check their loyalty. 0.10 will actually have a change that's probably good for us on that thing, because I think it increases the impact of opinion on loyalty. So having high opinion vassals, I think, will be more loyal in 0.10, but we're not running that over here. So it calculates some of that, so they're a little bit more cranky that way. But of course, the biggest change is that the centralization value has been hit hard. We are, in fact, running 100% centralization, which means we are sitting on the full -20 loyalty of subjects modifier. On the other hand, decentralization did get buffed because it has its loyalty of subject was buffed from +20 +30. So decentralizing has more of a point now, which is kind of cool. But we are pretty much locked in this high centralization. As a result, we currently have some cranky vassals. Now, what I think I'm going to do over here is, what screen am I looking at? Over here, manage subjects. I think first of all, I'm going to drop the Fuggers, the Bank of the Fuggers. We're not really interacting with them. They don't really make us much in the way of money. I don't think they're really hurting our relationships with the other vassals too much, but I don't think they're very useful for us. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and drop them as a vassal. That's going to be thing number one. The biggest thing is we're going to be supporting loyalists and stuff like that and making sure that our Diplo spending is where it should be. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just drop the Bank of the Fuggers because I don't think they're doing anything for us. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. And then for our various duchies, most importantly is the two that we're currently annexing, Lorraine and Württemberg. We need them to be loyal or it stops their annexation. So in fact, I'll open all diplomatic actions. We'll take a look at the subject actions over here. And what we can do is we can support loyalists, which didn't realize you have to kind of go down a little. Why am I getting a message on my phone? It's so upset. You better, if you're not important, I'm just putting you on airplane mode. Oh. It's rebooting because there's an update. Amazing. All right. So you do have to mouse through a little bit on support loyalists, but Lorraine gains receiving loyalist support, which increases their loyalty to Overlord by plus 20. So that's a big difference. So we're going to go ahead and lock that in on, at the very least, both Lorraine and Württemberg. And we might do more. Oh, I don't have another diplomat to do that. I'm going to short-term, let's keep the Diplo spending fairly high so we get those back. There's another thing we can do as well if we need to get over the hump of the 50. So there might be a little bit of complaining for a little bit about these disloyal vassals, but we're going to fix it soon. Exiled armies, did we go and black flag them? No, luckily it's only costing us 10% of the strength now, which is nice. So I think you literally can't get home because I think we had tried. Where's my military map mode? If I just send you somewhere in here. Oh, no, you can get there. Hang on. Okay, no, maybe we're fine. Maybe you already did the Shattered Retreat before to bring them home or something like that. That's entirely possible. We have about 30 different modifiers up front that we're going to have to keep an eye on. There's someone... Yeah, someone on YouTube, I saw the chat earlier, can't figure out how to link their Discord to their YouTube. I'm pretty sure in Discord itself is where you set up the integration. Unfortunately, I can't really do tech support on the fly over here, and thank you very much to Acid, who's trying to help out with the issue over there for linking things. So again, if you're a Twitch subscriber, YouTube member, or Patreon supporter, you should be able to link your Discord to those services. I think with Patreon, you do it through the Patreon website. I think through the others, you do them both through Discord. I'm not sure. You might have to just Google that specific connection for you, and then it should automatically invite you to the server at that point. As long as your Discord account is linked to your appropriate YouTube account or whatever, it should automatically happen. All right, let's unpause a bit. Let's not quite run it on speed 5 here for a moment as we do this. A lot of people are really salty with us for some reason. I can't imagine why. We've got the money. We can build more troops. Our income's 275 right now. Did it go up? Like, did something happen in the game balance from what we were playing on to 1.8 or 0.9 that made our income even better? Okay, no, it's dropped down a little bit here, so it's probably doing some recalculations. Oh, actually, what it's doing right now is reinforcing our armies and our leggies. So let's merge this up over here. I'll do the balance unit kind of thing. And then I think I'll give you the mission to go and stomp on rebels. And then we'll just do a right-click over here to select everything. Wherever the rebels might be, go and be annoying to them. I don't care about dissolving that. Oh, we've got... No, I'm still waiting on the diplomats to come in. Okay. The leggy comment. I know, I do that all the time. France is fighting the Netherlands. Ooh. That's probably not good for us. It's probably really not good for the Netherlands. We don't really want France getting more powerful, and we specifically want the Netherlands land for ourselves. But it's not like I can intercede right now or do anything like that. Non-integrated provinces. We're working on integrating as many things as possible. Ooh, the Catholic Zealots are really close to popping. Although they're only going to pop in 5 locations, which probably means we're going to be stopping them okay. Our main army over here is still being reinforced, so that should be okay. Jump on France at the same time. I don't think I can afford to start a war right now with everyone hating me so badly. That'll probably cause the coalition to actually trigger. I mean, I don't know how the AI is programmed in this game, but that would not surprise me. Strasbourg market still needs more paper. So we might want to get started on that. What is this? Breaking relations, Bohemia. I mean, I have been a little bit of a bad boy. There's not much improvement we can do over here. Hey, what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and max up my Diplo spending for a little bit, just to get this a little faster. It also will help with some of the too many relations that we may have had going on. I don't know, but we're going to go and resolve these. Come on, month, tick, 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 tick. A lot of forts. What, for us? We do have a few. Like, mostly we just, get the forts that we conquer. Actually, this might not be a bad one, because this is a single province. We don't need both of these locations to have a fort. Actually, that's 3 locations in the same province with a fort. And Nida is the capital, which means, makes... actually, that's weird. Why is Nida the province capital? Oh, wait. Hanno is rural. I didn't realize that. Because the province capital, I believe, goes to the province with the highest population, which Hanau does have more, but maybe it's highest rank and then highest population? And Frankfurt only has 11,000. So maybe that's it. But I'm wondering if we should go and take down the fortress in Hanau. We're not over our fort limit, and the forts aren't that expensive to maintain. Well, okay, it's currently at 32, which is something. But yeah, maybe we do this. Actual legit questions. Why have I been joining coalition shenanigans? So here's the, you mean for France? Because I hate the user interface for finding it. I think it's stupid. We can't see it from France directly, right? We have to go to the screen that gives us organizations, and then we have to find if there's a coalition against France from here, and then join it there. I think it's stupid and annoying. We don't get a clear and easy way to spot it. Also, this coalition, I don't think the coalition against France has ever had a large number of members. I mean, maybe it's good enough with just Burgundy, and maybe we could do that. When we're looking to start the war with France, we'll probably look to see if there's a coalition in effect. And I mean, the thing is, after the Netherlands one comes in here, there might be more people that are willing to jump in, especially if we're in it. But I'm not going to go and set myself up in an aggressive position until my own coalition has dissolved a little bit. And that's part of it, too. We've had some things to do, although I do feel like we're quite ready to go after France at this point. Okay, so Württemberg over here, we need to go and support your loyalists. So now neither of the 2 vassals that we are annexing are disloyal, which means the annexation is back on, which is good. But we'll probably run some more support loyalists in these other places too, just to keep the vibe up, but we're okay. And yeah, if there was something else, if we still needed more, easier on the screen, send officers, I believe, is another 5 loyalty points. So if we need a tiny bit more, we could also go and do that. Oh, hey, Dementia. I feel like cores work a little differently now. Is that true? So yes, cores are not, you don't actually develop cores in of yourself. A location can be either non-integrated, or you can work to integrate a location. A core is something that happens if a location is integrated, and I believe at least 50% of the population is from your primary or accepted culture, then it becomes a core. Like that. Artillery bonus forward. Oh, that's quite nice. We can get up to a +6 bonus when we're doing sieging, which is lovely. Catholic zealots are still building up over here. All right, Bohemia going to work. Adding. Ooh, did you just take a bunch of Poland? These look like Polish names to me. The Kingdom of Scotland has declared us their rival. My heart. But we may have, did we ally England? It's possible. I still don't like, I find it really difficult for us to quickly see, because I can't remember the icons. It's not, that's subjects. Annexation is going on. Truce. What's the ally? Not that, so is this the ally? Yeah, I think I always skip over this because it's the red background. Red seems bad, so I keep expecting this one to be like, oh, these are people in the coalition against you, or these are people who have rivaled you, or something like that. The red background really messes with me. But no, our alliances are with Bohemia, Austria, the Netherlands, which apparently didn't call us into this war with France, which, I mean, I might have been willing to do it. And with Würzburg. Okay, so we were, I think at some point we may have been in an ally with England, but it's not the case. Actually, this French war, is it? Ah, it's a French-English war. That's why we weren't called in. So the Netherlands are part of this. Shit, this is pretty serious. I mean, I don't think I've got a CB. That's not true, I do. How's Bohemia your ally, but also in the coalition against you? Is it? Had that happened? Oh yeah, and well, this is they might. But this isn't. They are. Is there I guess again, I go here and here. So who is it? Dortmund, Lüneburg, Holland, Berg, Nuremberg, Heidenberg. Yeah, Hochberg. So yeah, Bohemia's not in a coalition against us. I mean, it's a good question. That would have been real weird if it was in a coalition and not. Oh, we are over a fort limit. Hold on. I think I missed that when I was talking about it, because we did have a lot of pop-ups, and I was looking, but I didn't spot it. So I'm going to go and tear down some of these forts, because we are quite over here. I don't want to expand. Do I have to do it here? So I can trigger the... That's weird. That I can't right-click here to lower it. We got the message that Burgundy was thinking, or Bohemia was thinking about breaking the relations. I'm going to drop this. I wonder where else. Like, we could consider Frankfurt, although, I mean, it is a town, but it's currently tiny. And again, this province does have a fort on it. There's a tactical map mode, which has forts highlighted. And there's a fort map mode. The fort map mode doesn't feel like a very useful way to us to figure out the question that I have. So here might be a thing, for example. So in the province of Cologne Bay, we have 2 forts. Although both these are cities. So there's Cologne itself and Bergheim. So they're both in the same province. They're both cities, and they both have fairly high populations. I think it probably does make sense to have forts. And then you've got that. What about Trier and Luxembourg? No, these are in different provinces. And then Luxembourg. Oh, is Viavend okay, Viavend is also in the province of Luxembourg, and it's only a rural location. So again, I think I'm going to take down this fortress here. All right, so we're still a fair way up. You think Frankfurt lost all the... Oh, maybe Dusseldorf, someone is saying. Yeah, Dusseldorf. You are... This... Okay, the province of Dusseldorf is a little odd, but I guess it's because... Okay, so Dusseldorf Moyers, which currently belongs to someone else. Yeah, to Berg. I mean, I could just drop it and not have a fortress in this province at all. Essen is in the province of Essen. Yeah, so these are separate, although they sort of overlap each other a little bit. Oh, there's 2 here. Oh, no, sorry, but Solingen is still part of Berg. We'll have to eat you up later. At that point, we might drop the one in Randstad. Okay, I'm kind of okay. Like, we're paying a little bit more fort maintenance, but I'm fine. We have the diplomacy up. I think I am going to go still and do the rest of my vassals. Let's get these guys to be loyal. Yeah. In preparation for a war. Support loyalists. Because we want them to be active in the war. And just generally, I want them to be flagged as loyal, because that's going to be nice. Our relations to Bohemia are pretty high. I just checked it, right? When I got the message that they might be dropping the alliance, although that seems to have gone away. I did check the improved opinion, and we can only get another 20. Like, we've just finished improved relations not that long ago. So I'm not worried about running it now. Catholic Zealots are still brewing. And yeah, one more disloyal subject. What is this? Copper complaints? Oh man, low quality copper. Burghers, commoners, traditional. I don't really want traditional. Republican tradition is already capped out. I guess we'll go with option 1, even though burghers are still happy. A very small set of peasants are going to be cranky. Hopefully that'll be okay. Okay, colonial claim with France. Colonial claims with the Pape. I think we're looking all right. Some buildings are happening. Speaking of buildings, although right now, because of our extra spending on a few things like diplomacy, our income's not huge, so I might just want to be a little bit more cautious of the expense. Damn you, Nasir. Yep. Woo, laggy, laggy, laggy. Iconoclast riots. All right, they want to smash some things. Oh, okay. 37 bucks is nothing. Yeah, let's not eat a million loss to pop satisfaction. Let's just pay 37 bucks. France and the Netherlands. Are you still in a war there, France? You are, but did the Netherlands separate peace out? Yeah, the Netherlands are out of there. They might have given up some territory, actually. Oh, the big blue blob, baby. Starting to really be a concern. A new heresy has appeared. Oh, Anglicanism. I was going to say, what's the heresy? I'm noticing it in the title here. Yes, it's true. Lex Lutheranism is the one true religion. I can't believe that not everyone in the entire world is following the words of good old Lex Luthor. He's trying to warn us about some weird guy from outer space that's going to turn our world into cardboard or something. I don't really understand. He's very confusing. The Anglers. How Liverpool is independent. Yeah, there's a bunch of little, Liverpool. And I mean, there's a bunch of little independent things in Wales. And then, well, that's owned by Flanders. But Middlesex is, it's a subject of France. Actually, that's the thing. Liverpool might not be fully independent. They're a subject of France. So they're semi-independent, right? Oh, even better. Yeah. All right. Troops are moving around. A little bit of some food shortages. We could get them some better support things, but I don't think so. I'm not going to build any more troops right now. I'm going to leave them there. Okay, the Catholic Zealots are about to pop. Any second now, presumably. All right. Pause. All right. Strasbourger Revolt are behind creating a civil war in our country. So we got just a tiny little civil war, just a little baby civil war that I don't think is going to matter in the slightest. I'm not even going to bother calling in my allies. I'm going to put my troops on. So let's reduce unrest. I'm just going to put you guys on carpet siege of all the places. I think you're going to be fine. An uncivil war. What's that? There's a quote like, all wars are civil wars because all men are brothers. There's this wonderful kind of quote that I can never remember quite right, which is a shame. Possible cabinet action. Oh, probably canceled some of the integrations. Although I might have some other integrations I can start because there were a couple that we weren't, like we had to do 6 different integrations. So we'll just go ahead and push that. Okay. Unraised army levies, that's fine. Quickly wrap up this war. I could even do a rush here, actually. I think I will. Liberated. And then, did it cancel your mission? No, you're still on carpet siege, but you're not needed. There you go. End of the Civil War. Well, that was easy. I don't know why people make all kinds of big deals about civil wars. They seem, like, really simple to resolve. I mean, and this was mostly just a slightly louder riot that we put down with guns because we're good people. Oh no, we lost a cabinet member. Well, that's annoying. Okay, we should have, I was going to say, a good set of options to pick from over here. We can't set a filter for age, can we? That would be nice. We are doing a lot with the military right now because that's important for integrating and also important for conversions. Like, I might still want to sort by total ability, because that's handy. Ideally, not go too old. Ideally, we could go crown, although if I did filter for crown, just out of curiosity. No one. Okay, so not that then. But yeah, so this is by total points, but then we might want to scooch down and find someone high total points, but good military, but not too old. We got one of the Fugars. We kicked some of you guys out, but oh my god. Maybe I'll run Victor over here. He is kind of insanely good. He's less good at specifically the integration, but we're still going to have you do that. I don't need a spy networking cologne. Let's take a little bit of prestige, which is handy-ish, but not critical. Okay, you've been integrated. I'm going to still put you on rebel stomping, because there's still a few cranky people, and you can go and offset that. Or there were. Actually, never mind. That's alleviated itself completely. Do I want to just drill these guys? Maybe. First things first, though. I want to go bishopric over here. I want to support you, the loyalists, there. I'm going to bring my diplo spending, first of all, down all the way to the bottom, but then I got to bring it up because I'm over my diplomacy thing. How much do I need to get rid of? I got to spend a lot. Wow. All right, basically capped on diplo spending. Just to keep the loyalty high on those guys. This will improve once they get annexed, which is going to be fine. Let's go and take a quick look at, maybe we want to improve opinion on someone. And ideally, it'd be someone big, and someone who, like, hates France. Like, England. France, how do I check? What is the rival? Is it the red? Yeah, enemies. England, Aragon, Burgundy, Sardinia. Okay, we can do a big improve relations with Aragon. So let's do that and see what else we can build for. Yeah, Portugal is ain't much. Castile's just swallowing them up. In a way that you really didn't see in EU4. They were usually the AI of the two were best buddies because they had like I think like a historical friendship modifier at the start, and then they like set up an alliance and a royal marriage from the start, and it just locks in the relationship. But here in EU5, Castile seems a little more aggro. Look at the text on integrating Eichwig, or however this is pronounced. It's not centered vertically for some reason. Almost like there's like an overflow where it thinks it needs a second line of text. I wonder why that is. This is the guy we just replaced, so maybe it's related to a little bit of something over there. I don't know. All right. You guys are there. Money's still good. Are we still short on paper? So the building's missing things. Pops with needs. I don't think there's a shortage. Oh, no, there it is. So I think I will go and build more paper buildings. And it is the Strasbourg market that's specifically complaining about it. Although we could build it in another market and then have things share. I'm just going to control click and set up 5 of these. The alliance between England and Portugal is the oldest in the world to this day. Oh, really? Inner Circle. Have we seen this? Lose stability. Oh, we don't need a Republican tradition. I kind of want the other way around. Lose prestige, gain stability. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Lag. Okay, start of the month. Yeah, still over the fort limit, which is adding up. I'll probably disable those pop-ups. I don't really care about the colonization in other places in the world. Now, if I start a war, there's a good chance my vassals will become cranky again, potentially. Because I think what happens is that they raise their peasant levies and then they recalculate their military strength. And that might be annoying. And again, if I'm going to a war, I'm not going to be taking any territory right now because of the coalition. So I think we are just in a, let's just chill. Especially let's finish some of these integration, make sure our country is a little bit more stable. And then we will see, because there is sort of the hope, maybe. What screen am I? Form new nation. Like, it might still be fun to form Lotharingia, although we need a bunch of territory right over here to do that. And then who knows what happens afterwards. We're probably still researching, yeah, a bunch of new troop types as well. And then the barracks as well, so. If we are ahead of the curve on that, that's going to put us in a really good position. it's still kind of wonky. That's funny. Oh, there it is. Got recentered. Okay. Use a larger cabinet with integration. Oh, it would be nice. I can't remember. We might have another tech in a queue for that. This is so laggy. I don't have anything running in the background, do I? That's occupying anything? OBS Studio is really the only thing using much GPU. No hard disk. No weird CPU. No, we're good. Okay. Oh, do we... Yeah, we need... Is there an easy, quick way? We need a big warning. Actually, that's what I need an alert for over here when you don't have a head of cabinet. Because we don't have a head of cabinet. Okay, well, I might take this new guy, because he's not that old. Or, well, he's the youngest of the batch. He had great stats, although, again, a little weaker over here. So let's go ahead and appoint you. So it costs money, so we ideally don't want to do it constantly. There you go. All right. Got to rebuild our Republican tradition, which costs us a little bit of money, but that's okay. Isn't speed 5 just laggier than 4? No. 5 definitely should run faster. Okay, we've cored Landau. So that means an integration finished, and they've got the right culture mix, which is great. I don't need the spy network, so I'll just take the prestige boost. Yeah, Catholic zealots are starting to get a cranky again. We've got to convert more of them, but I think the integration is more important right now. New cannons. Finished integrating the Palatinate. Oh, that's very good. Right, that was probably just Landau. We're going to start a new integration over here. Let's do Essen. And then over here, we're going to hit the upgrade button. It's going to spend... Ooh, that's a lot of money. 1,400 bucks. But it gets all of our artillery to the next level. It's also going to eat a lot of manpower. But I want to do that now, before a war triggers. Oh, there we go. I was going to say the upgrade button was still there, weirdly. Running negative money, but that's because of the reinforcements. I might want to cut back. Oh, I could cut back on a few different things, but actually, can I go and drop the Diplo spending a little? Nope. Really cannot. I guess I can just lower the army maintenance. They'll also reinforce slower, but that'll stretch things out. Here. I'm gonna bring that to 0 for a sec. Food is a slider. It didn't originally. But we don't want to bring this down. We want to allow food purchasing wherever it needs it. Mostly because we have some provinces that are selling food and making money. Like, we have food on both sides, right? Selling food, buying food. Okay, we're not making as much from selling currently, but that's okay. What'll happen when one of these guys who has better military score... Actually, you kind of crap military score, never mind. I was going to say, because we can... If we're no longer integrating 4 things at once, we want to make sure that our highest military people are doing the integration and the others are doing something else. La la la. Some food shortages over here. Well, I mean, there's just not enough food generation. I don't suppose. Oh, cold. This province had food generation, but it doesn't. That's the issue. This province does not have food. So it has to buy it. And then it's going to be even worse while the army is there. We'll just deal with it. There might be some more hospitals to build. I can't remember if we're caught up. I think we did. I think we did catch up. I go and increase the army maintenance just to make sure. Okay, I think you're fine. I'll bring it back to half. You might not be as good about rebel busting, but it's going to be okay. Non-integrated province is fine. Oh, let's see. So we don't need the paved road network because we're maxed out on centralization. We're not actively building paved roads because I think we're caught up on that. Although we could double check, I suppose. I probably do want some more RGOs, but I don't have a bunch of money to do it in bulk right now. It upgrades a couple RGOs. Might be worthwhile, but we'll have to give some sort of concession to make it work. Fortification works. Reduces fortification maintenance. Pushes us towards defensive, which I honestly don't really want. Oh, I forgot we have promote integration process. That's absolutely what we want. Sorry. Let's do that, and then we'll have to give something Individualist isn't the end of the world. Increase opinion's usually pretty strong. It's not going to get us all the way, but I think I'll do an improve opinion. And then see what it gets replaced with. Another improve opinion holds pretty low. All right, I'll go ahead and click this. There we go. We've got the support. It'll help with the integrations. You show the literacy and proximity map mode. Okay. So proximity is right over here. So it definitely goes down over here. It's nice. Along the river, we do get a bit of a boost. And we did build, yeah, you can see there's an arrow coming out of Noise over here. We did build one bailiff. I don't particularly care that much about the bailiffs. We could go and do some more here, but it seems kind of non-impressive to me. And yeah, we got a bit of a disconnection here, but I think we've got a vassal in between. So I'm not worried here. I mean, another bailiff in this area might not be bad. Like over here in Hofgeismar might actually be a good place for it. Is bailiff a military building? It is. So like maybe I'll build one there, but otherwise I think I'll leave that be. And then literacy map mode? I don't think I've ever looked at the literacy map mode, but there you go. Our people are fairly literate. Like look at France, right? Paris, nope. Nothing like that. Our people, really literate. Over here in, presumably, Bohemia, you're actually doing a pretty impressive job. New marketplace? I don't... we have a second marketplace because we own the Cologne marketplace location now. And I don't think we want to build another one. If we owned this territory over here, we might build a marketplace. Because someone should. But I'm happy they didn't. Oh, temporary insanity is annoying. I don't know. We'll reduce military duties for now. That'll have to be okay. Lose support, gain some money. I'll just take the prestige hit. Fine. Even though I do like prestige. Okay, a bunch of integrations about to finish again. I think this person has good military. Yeah. Although we still had one more to start. So Vogelsberg, let's get that kicking in. And this one here is about to finish, but you have kind of crap military, so I think you're going to go to... You might go assimilation, which I think is admin? I'm not sure. Support. Gain a core. France. You're still in a war, or are you done? Yeah, you're no longer in a war. All right, we got our barracks. I think it's the tier 3, in fact. Or I guess it's called tier 4. But yeah, so this is an upgrade to our armories, so we can build a bunch of those. And get increased manpower, which we probably will. Okay, what are the admin tasks? Develop, which is good. Forensic control interest. No, I'll probably go and do a Diplo action with you, which is... Right, assimilate, not convert, but still. We'll go and do that. Try to convert you to Rhine Alemannic, and then we'll pick a place that has very low numbers. But higher population? Yeah, because, like, let's say we focus on Dusseldorf. We would like this to become a core. Or maybe, actually, Waterloo. Let me sort by population number. Okay, so some of these places... We want to get their population of primary accepted culture above 50% so that it becomes a core. Now, this only tells us the percentage of the province we're trying to convert to. So for all I know, the province of Cologne Bay is already more or less cored. Probably not. But it could be, because we may have accepted their secondary culture. But I think I'm going to do that anyway. And yeah, we do need some conversions, but I'll use someone else to do it. That also want the assimilations. When you determine when it's appropriate to build a new market. So it seems like it's good, it's really good to have a market. The big thing is, and I don't know, I don't have like a hard and fast rule for determining when to do it, but for any province that is very far from a market, right? So let's say I go over here and we take a look at Kornberg, or this place. No, I don't want the market view. I just want the province, please. It has a market access amount here. So it only has 48% access to the market, which means it can't really get very many goods to buy or sell its goods properly to the market. It's quite bad for the businesses over here. And so I would say if you've got a bunch of provinces in your territory that have fairly low market access, And that can be boosted by things like roads and different things like that. But if it was within your territory, that would be a good candidate. Like for us, it made a huge difference because at the start of the game, right, there's the Paris market and the Nuremberg market and the Cologne market. And we were trading with one of those. Strasbourg, I think Strasbourg might have been part of the Nuremberg market. I can't remember. And so we had to go all the way over here to get our trade goods delivered, which was not very good for our economy. As soon as I made a market in Strasbourg, our money shot up like crazy for two different reasons. First of all, the people in Strasbourg themselves had 100% market access, and so that helped them as well. But all these other places were then trading in this market that was centered on me, which means I had a lot more power there. So I had first dibs at buying and selling resources as well, which really boosted the economy. So that's what I would say is probably your target. France and Bohemia keep swapping that value, which is fine. Money's going up kind of okay. Integrate assimilate is okay. Ooh, what is this? Cologne. I could intervene in a war with Cologne. I don't think I'm in a super rush to go and claim more territory over there again, with everyone being cranky. And if anything, I kind of want to push in this direction if we can. Plus, if I do jump into war again, there's a possibility my vassals might become disloyal. Oh, could swap the officials doing integration and assimilation. Oh, that's true. This person is much better at the assimilation, although, I mean, he's not going to be better at integrating. This guy's actually better at integrating, but maybe we're wasting his other points. I don't know. I think I'll keep it going as is, but yeah. It's not a bad point. Our states are building a bunch of stuff. Destroyed another market in my game. It feels so good. I mean, I might do that if there's two markets too close to one another. And I would choose one of the two that I would want to keep as my primary one and maybe destroy the other one. But I don't know if they're very often going to be making them that close. Go, gained a core. That's a lot of money. I mean, if we brought up their equilibrium point, but this isn't their equilibrium point. You know what? No, just take the hit, whatever. I don't care. Oh no, you're cranky. Deal with it. Found my first muskie run, and the Golden Horde kicked my butt trying to break free from the yoke. Ooh. All right, another assimilation done. Now this one... No, show me your stats. What do you mean a point character? I want you to show me this character. Yeah, you have decent military. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop... So this one here, I'm going to swap out. Because we don't have another integration, right? I think... Yeah, no, that's grayed out. So this one here... God tier admin, but I don't think we're doing the admin stuff right now. So we'll probably just do more assimilate to Alemannic and sort by population and then pick something that's got a low percentage and we'll go and get that going on. And then this guy is going to take over the integration. Like so. All right. Better. Port limit. Oh, we're over. Maybe you could drop something here. What province is Speyer in? In the Platte. Okay, we have a lot. Picking up Landau is not helpful. Speyer is a city, and then Heidelberg is the capital because it's got good population. I think I'm going to drop the fortress in Landau. Oh. Still over our fort limit, but less so. And I mean, there's less base maintenance, and then the percentage penalty is dropping. Yeah, one of these songs does sound like Lord of the Rings music. I completely agree. England, can we make you like me again? No, we've already done that relatively recently. Scotland, I'm really offended that you don't like me. Okay, we can get a big improvement with Denmark and Sweden. Who knows? We might need some more allies in our future war against France, which are definitely like one way or another. It's going to happen. Either France is going to come after us, or we're going to push back against them. I kind of feel like the latter is probably more likely. We got some decent alliances and things going on. I feel like it's not super likely that France would declare war on me. Running diplomat deficit, that's fine. It's barely, and I think that literally maxed out? No, now it's literally maxed out. Hey, there you go. Break even on the diplomats. Although, I don't know if there's still a bug. There's a weird bug where you can run a diplomat deficit, but it doesn't actually cancel things. All right, we got some new troops. Heavy Lancers. Let's upgrade that. Go. Train this. Yeah, we'll have to get the barracks. Actually, I mean, this is the reinforcement, but this army is getting bigger, which means it has a bigger just passive drain on manpower. So I think we will need to get those barracks going. Great. Yeah, okay. We come over here and look for barracks. And then... Interesting. This should be an upgrade for the armories. Isn't it? Armory. But surely we have armories in more locations than this. Oh, wait, hold on. I might be in the wrong market. Yeah, that's the clone market. We want the Strasbourg market. Okay, that's going to make way more sense. Way more sense. All right. Upgrade a bunch of those, please. I forgot we got 2 different markets happening. This is Lorraine. We're going to soak that in. Oh, Balthazar Schlick has died. Oh, he was really good. Yeah, I'll just go for overall high ability and not too old. We'll pick up Simon. It's fine. So we lose a little bit of our military thing, which was that guy was doing a really good job, but that's going to be okay. Don't call me Shirley. We still have the Reformation pushing back. Wish they would split the build and upgrade button for better clarity. Yeah. Oh, we can get our 3rd religious aspect. Okay. So we are running parish registers, mostly for the tax efficiency. We are running pietism, mostly for the literacy and push towards innovative. And then, I mean, we had a few things we were excited about. Of course, there's still a bunch of military ones. Adult baptism might be handy, right? Pop conversion speed, innovative, peasant estate satisfaction is all very handy. Asceticism, I think, could save us a lot of money with the expected cost of the court, but the rest of it is no good for us. Anything that lowers proximity cost is fine. I don't really want to go traditionalist. It's not the end of the world. The proximity cost discount is really beautiful. You know, bread and wine is still fine. We don't need this, although it'd be fine in other games. I think it would be quite good. I mean, more assimilation actually could be helpful for us. Justified conflict sounds great too. Just flat out max literacy. So, and the translated Bibles is another one that's tempting. I think that translated Bibles is probably what we're looking for. All estates get a little bit more equilibrium. We get more literacy and then more innovative. I think I like this. The assimilation boost is good. The proximity discount is great. Like individual creeds. I don't know. I think I like translated Bibles better. But I think there's an argument we can make for a lot of different things. Justified conflict, obviously, a heck of a lot of fun too. But I'm going to go with this. Get more literacy, which translates to more research progress. Dangerous ideas are spreading. More humanist, which makes it harder for us to convert things, but that's going to be okay. Core. Yeah, because integration is just finishing up here, which is part of it. All right. Look over here, and yeah, you're mostly just good at the military stuff, which means you're going to go on a conversion boost right now, buddy. So we're going to make some more Lex Lutherans. We're going to... I don't know, I guess I'll sort by religious... I don't know. High population and lower percentage. There we go. Cologne Bay. Let's keep working on you. Good. Only one integration to go. Oh, change liturgical language now. That would be interesting. So that's... Society. We could switch to German. Our Alemannic dialect. Now, what's the advantage? Language power, the liturgical language of a country, impacts the speed of how quickly they research new advances. Right. Now, Latin, I think, has high power. I don't know if there's an easy way to see. Language power, 67%. Yeah. Oh, that's actually this number here. So, no, we want to keep a high language power, presumably. Maybe there's another advantage to doing it, but our services are still going to be in Latin, but we do have translated Bibles, apparently. At least for now. It's not a tiny nation. Yeah, I know. It keeps kind of growing a little bit. Okay, we're still static on diplomats, which I'm fine with currently. And when we finish improving some relations, that'll open up. France taking more territory. When are these annexations due to finish? 71 and 81. All right, 11 more years, and we'll get one. And then I'll probably start another one again. Even though individually we annex them a little slower. But I think that's going to be fine. Well, why aren't you funding your culture if you're looking at assimilation boost? Well, we were, and then we cut it down because it was expensive. The thing is, the cultural investments, it's just telling me that it's boosting. Like, we spend on art. I guess you do. You're paying the artist to make the art things, which would be maybe important for the culture. I don't know, but it's really expensive. We are doing some assimilation though. And we do. It's not like we don't have the money, I suppose. Although we're not sitting on infinite amounts the same way. Is the annexation penalty the same for 2 versus 3? Oh, I don't know. Is it? Because it's a 50% penalty right now. I guess I could... It's just 50% if you're doing multiple just period, and it doesn't matter after that? Is that true? I assumed it was 50% for each one above 1. I didn't actually test more. Yeah, it's also boosting prestige, which we really don't need the same way. But, I mean, if it does pay the artist to make art for our culture pressure, that might be good. No, it goes up for 50% for every extra. So that's good one. Okay, so now I don't know. As usual, stream chat is divided. I do like the idea of mercantilism. I do like the idea of free trade. What's our vibe on this run? I feel like free trade is going to have to be our vibe, right? So with mercantilism, it does decrease trade maintenance, but hurts our efficiency. See, I don't like that. And then it's got trade protection. No. We want to go free trade. Trade advantage, efficiency, market protection, so people can compete against our market a bit more, except that we do that. It does mean the burgers will trade a bunch more, which is pros and cons. But yeah, no, I think we're going to go and stay on free trade. Free trade's the future, my friend. That's totally us. 50% chance chat is somewhat right about annexation. Yes. Okay, we're done a Republican thing, so that's going to pull back a little bit on the cost. Location is cord, which is lovely for us. What is this? Trade between rivals. Cannot afford to disrupt commerce. Patricians get pissy. Merchants get trade advantage in Cologne. We gain prestige. Or burgers get pissy. We gain stability. You know what? I mean, first of all, the burgers getting pissy we can absolutely eat because they're at 95% right now. I mean, the trade advantage is good, but I don't know that we actually need it right now. Honestly, I think I'm going to do this. We'll take the stability boost. We could bank some for a potential law change. And generally, I do like it. You know, the estate satisfaction equivalent goes up, which means we can tax a little bit more. And just generally keep moods higher. Pop promotion speed is handy as well, so I like that. And yeah, our manpower is really not going up much. We're going to build some more barracks. So much lag. I don't remember it being this laggy last time. Is the patch 0.9 just slower? I didn't play on 0.8 either, right? All right, we went from... I don't think there was a... I don't think we went on 0.6. No, I guess there was probably a 0.7 sort of hot patch. Like, I don't think it was that sizable. Well, yeah, we went from 0.8 to 0.9. Or 0.7 to 0.9. Pikeman and upgrade. Oh, did we just unlock Pikeman? There might be another upgrade. There is, but we don't have the money for it. Yeah, okay. I could upgrade individual ones, but let's sit on it for a little bit. Especially since when I do the upgrade, it's going to drain our manpower pool again. So we may as well get the barracks first. 4. So I don't really have the culture and the artworks, like, mechanics internalized. So, like, the work of art just exists. We've got a bunch of artists. Artist salary, let's see what happens. If I go, that's with max this. If I go and bring this down to 0. This 0 no matter what. There wasn't a positive number when I was paying them. There's not a negative number now. Can we see things that are affecting the rate at which you're doing these? I'm not gonna pay the culture investment. Someone have a good explanation? Oh, the cores are getting fort numbers going up. But the cores aren't changing which forts are within my borders. Like, I already have them one way or another. Okay, that's done. So that is all the integration finished. Yes, good. Okay. So you're very good at admin, but, I mean, we could put you on develop, but I think we've got more important things to do right now. So next best would be your military, so you're probably going to join in the conversion. So more people being converted to Lex Lutherism. Sort by population, look for a lower number, so we'll go to Taunus over here and get you working on that. Maybe because you never hired an artist, maybe you don't pay them? Oh, maybe, because all the artists we've had just join us or something from events. Like, we're over our artist limit, we've never manually hired one, so maybe. Do they not work for the state, they just happen to work in our nation? And so we're getting some freebies? Yeah, Cultist says you're definitely paying artists, include all the ones who join from events. Which is probably, like, this is probably what this money's coming from, right? Because, yeah, there's the pay. Like, I can pay them a bunch, or I can not pay them at all. Okay, hold on. Maybe, let me max this out. No, the month just ticked, which is a little annoying. Because I was saying, maybe we do that, and then what we'll do is we'll check this when the next month ticks. And see what that says. How cranky are the patricians? I mean, they're crankier. Catholic zealots are still brewing. Only 2 locations this time, though. And so that's... We could work to convert Julik Borda. And I think it's Niederhain. Could focus my conversions on those. Maybe I will. Julik Borda? Tiny, so it's going to go fast. And oh, maybe I'm wrong about which. Oh, is this province? Essen. Which has a high percentage, but I guess in the province, one of the locations is probably lower. Okay, focus on those because those are the crankiest. If you right-click the people on the right, you can change their target while keeping the same task. Oh. Well. Alright, manpower's going up, but slowly. I think we'll probably keep doing barracks stuff. I really should try to stay above 1,000 gold, because we might get an event that triggers a loan, although it's not the end of the world. We'd be able to pay it back fairly easily. Oh, I can click the province here, too. Okay. When I'm assigning things. Good, groovy. Oh, we got bubonic plague and influenza in our country? Ooh. Hang on. You know what we need, actually. People are still joining the coalitions. Yeah. Let's build hospitals. Strasbourg market, and then we're going to want to build some in Cologne as well. So I was saying I'd like to save $1,000, but you know what? Let's get the hospitals up as soon as possible. That notification is bug for diseases. Okay, I still would like a hospital everywhere, just in general, before the next thing comes up. They didn't, I mean, this is the disease map mode, and okay, oh, there's blue. Oh, that's water. No. There's no disease kicking around here. All right. Well, we'll be ready. More people join the coalition. Really? All right. These themselves are so on board. Yeah, we keep going through these long periods where there's no disease at all, which seems weird. I suspect there's some internal numbers there, but they're probably a low priority fix. Like, especially if the problem is not enough diseases are firing. It's like, that's not so bad. If too many diseases are firing and constantly wiping out the entire world's population, obviously that would need a fix. That Ifrit guy, hey, I'm a RimWorld run. I feel like EU5 is going to be one of those games that you'll find useful UI things 5 years down the line. It's been the game from day one you just never knew about. Yep, there's enough things in the UI that there's bound to be that. It still happens when, you got me thinking about RimWorld. It still happens all the time in RimWorld when you've got the list of the colonists at the top, and I right-click to drag and rearrange them, and it turns out that has been in vanilla for, like, years. It's not a mod or anything, and no one knows about it. You can right-click and drag to reorganize your colonists. Always blows someone's mind, every stream. Even though we ourselves have been doing it for years. Because it's kind of hidden. Why would you ever try to right-click and drag something? You can do what? Says the annoying flying thing. That's the reaction. I don't need a spy network, so let's take the prestige. It's so nice because I always do that. I tend to use that to put my my moral guide over on the left side so that I can find them really easily, and then I batch my range people and my melee people and then my pacifists. I realize I'm probably mirrored for you guys. I have the pacifists all the way on the right, and then so starting from the left, all the range people, then melee people, then my non-combatants. All right, we got even more unit type upgrades, and I think in here we've got the levy upgrades. Yeah, that's coming up next, which I'm fine with. Oh, another cabinet member has kicked the bouquet. Burger, what's this? Salt shake? Oh, defensive planner, which doesn't really matter here. I mean, you're not extraordinary at anything, but you're not bad at anything. If I did sort by military, what are we looking at? All right, you know what? I'm going to take Giles over here because we are going to be doing conversions for a long time. So having a high military person is going to be fairly justified. And someone else died. Okay. Well, maybe, do we want to take a high diplomacy person here for the assimilation? Because we're going to be doing a fair amount of that as well. 49, and actually, you'd be passable at admin stuff. All right. And that is giving, the clergy more power and yada, yada. Fine. Our estates are mostly under control. 41% to the Republic right now. Burgers are pretty powerful. Calvinist thoughts! Woo. Okay, we do get Calvinist preachers everywhere. Now, I think we're going to stay Lex Lutherans instead of become Calvin Hobbists. Just because why not? But I don't know. Oh, trade expedition. Plutocracy push I like. Trade capacity. It's not the end of the world. Remote member of the clergy. Satisfaction. You know what? Let's sponsor a cathedral. Nothing here helps with conversions directly, right? Yeah. Let's just sponsor this. Yeah, this UI is updated. It's much more obvious when things are bad. I'm pretty sure the color of this has changed. Or I'm just noticing something for the first time. I don't want spiritualist idea. Demand for a new marketplace. Market village, but it doesn't do much. We'll just do an increase opinion. There you go. Gets us to 55%. A lot easier to pass things in this game than in Victoria 3, huh? I could go and do a law change or a CB, but I mean, everyone is still really pissy with us right now. So I think we still have to stay, a little bit low. Plus, accumulate this. Can I pull back on my Diplo spending? Well, no, we'd be running a negative over here, and maybe we don't want to do that. I'll bring down the fort maintenance, though. Save a few bucks. Let's like the update to have a percentage on the estates rather than the green bar. I'd like the update to have a percentage on the estates rather than the green bar. Where are you talking about? Because that's kind of top left. Oh, you're right. These did used to have a green bar. Oh yeah, numbers are way better. Yeah, good call. Also, this stupid thing is fixed. Hey, for whatever reason, the expenses used to be here, which was clearly incorrect, and because it wasn't highlighted, it wasn't visually indicated there was a tooltip. It's hard to find. Found it once accidentally, and then lost it at some point. Oh, they want to build toad castles. They still spend a lot of horses. We really don't have much of an option there, one way or the other, and I think we have a surplus of horses. I hate that this screen here doesn't talk about the goods in our market, balance-wise, right? These are the sources that are possible. These are the demands that are possible, but that's not actually what's in our market. Click. Then we can go to the... I guess there's more than one market. That's possibly one of the things that's not... that makes it a little fuzzier. And then if we go to goods and look up horses... right, then it's still by market. And yeah, in the clone market, we do have a positive balance of horses, so that's not too much an issue. Yeah, you can get an urban parliament seat. That's fine. France is doing France things. That's fine. Oh, yes, we didn't do the artist salary because we left that high. And then if we go back over here, yeah, there's still no modifier. Like, I mean, if it's, I guess the other thing to do would be, oh, we lost an artist somewhere. One of our artists died. One thing to check is, does this progress? Well, first of all, okay, these are about, so we don't even get an accurate necessarily. So 50, 40, 31. Let's let the month go. 50, 40, 31. Okay, new month. 50, 41, 31. So only one thing got 1% increase anyway. And maybe spending nothing on culture does stall that, but seems fine. You stop paying the artist and they starved, aka becoming a waiter. Parliament's in session. 80%. Start the cathedral. Spends a little bit of money, but it's a nice discount, so there's nothing wrong with that. Still doing a little bit of rebel stomping for these Catholic zealots. And I could cycle some of these assimilations as well, as the percentages get higher. It'd be nice to know, there's not kind of a clear thing over here. Like, oh, wait, hold on. So, yeah, Lower Maine doesn't need it. Still want to do Rhine Alemannic. Again, the culture percentage, something like this, like in Taunus, what we don't know, again, is I need to know the percentage that is accepted plus tolerated. Or sorry, primary plus accepted, because that's what determines if it's a core or not. And it'd be great to have that number here, because all we're getting is percentages that are specifically Alemannic, and we also accept Franconian. But I think it's probably fair to say that anyone it's got a really low percentage probably isn't quite there. There you go. Let's do Thomas. All right. It says horses in Strasbourg market initial screen. You mean like this initial screen? Right. This is what they're spending. They're spending a bunch of horses in the Strasbourg market. Like they are buying these horses. Their biggest expense, their biggest single expense of the patricians is buying horses in the Strasbourg market. But the problem I'm saying is I can't tell if this is their biggest expense because they just love buying horses, or if it's their biggest expense because horses are super expensive in the Strasbourg market. It turns out we've got a surplus of horses, so the horses aren't going to be mega expensive. I mean, I could potentially still make them cheaper by developing more horse RGOs or manually importing more horses or whatever the heck, but it's not telling me there's a problem. Whereas presumably there might be a shortage of pepper in the Strasbourg market, but again, I can't easily tell over here. All I can tell is it's the thing they're spending the most on. I think a tooltip on the dollar amount over here or something, or again, if I'm looking from here, can we get a breakdown by market that I own? Admittedly, I don't know what the correct UI tweak for that is. We can look at horses. We can look at horses in the market, and then is there like a sort by like closest to our capital? I mean, I guess has presence would at least do that. Okay, so if I did this, I'd at least be able to quickly see. And we can see Cologne and Strasbourg, right, are the green ones. Those are the ones that I personally control. And honestly, are basically the only ones that matter. I suppose if I had no filter and I sorted by... Oh, I guess I don't even have a filter by, like, my presence in the market. Because if we could sort this by how much trade advantage or presence I have in a market, then again, I'd be able to see mine immediately. But at least if we do this, we can confirm that... supply, this is the balance over here, right? Yeah. So Cologne actually is breaking even. It's probably doing a little bit of trade to just maintain that. But Strasbourg has a huge surplus. We have way more horses. And so the price, what's the, can we see the base price here? We got the target price. I think so it's 3.0 is the base price of horses. So horses are going at a discount in our province. So these patricians just love buying horses. So there's no shortage there. But yeah, it might be nice, or, you know, like here, if maybe there would, oh, you know what you could just do is sort of color this, right? Have it like green or red or an up-down arrow over here to show if the price is above or below the median price, because that could be a good target for, all right, let's fix this. Again, I could still, if I just focus on making horses cheaper, they're fine, but we might have a hard time like pushing it lower, whereas there might be another way to dramatically drop something. Is this from a patch, or do you have a mod for those numbers and not green lines? No, this is just from the current version of the game. I'm running no mods whatsoever. We're on 1.0.9. I did have to go and force Steam to do a file integrity check to go from 0.7 to 0.8. Now, partially it was because I wasn't rebooting Steam, because I had my epic game of Brotato going on, which I finally just bailed out on. Oh, a new market, Demerara. Okay, so that's not going to affect us because it's a million miles away. Demerara, like the brown sugar. Flintlock levies, good. We've maxed out our improved relations with Aragon, so now our Diplo spending is going positive again. Not by much, admittedly, but it's there. What do we got? Fast negotiations, discounted trade maintenance is going to be amazing. We've got another type of regiment going to be unlocking at some point. Pop conversion speed, all really useful for us. Again, I think I'm going to go and build some more barracks. Okay, naval supplies are unprofitable. Honestly, I should just shut these down. Or tear them down. Now, maybe the guilds are building them. Most profitable. Oh, we do want to change this at some point to... Oh, it only costs 10 stability? Hold on, let's do this. I thought I already did this. Let's go infrastructure, then most profitable, to make sure our infrastructure buildings... So these are buildings that don't necessarily make money, but are useful for other boosts and things. And then maybe they're fully employed, but let's make sure, let's officially go and swap over to that. And yeah, so in theory, just no one's going to be working at the Naval Supply Guild because it's not very profitable. But I could still shut them down completely. Oh, hold on. The value is going up. That's nice. Actually, we might need to build a bunch more markets or merchant whatevers. Oh, violating the treaty. Is this... I would love to be able to mouse over the treaty here. Is this have to do with colonization limits? Like, is that like... because historically, the Pope had some sort of treaty that divided the world in two. Half for Spain and half for Portugal, right? It was like starts with a T, like the Treaty of Tortilla or something. It's not that. And I'm just wondering, is this the same treaty, but it has a dynamic name in this game? Oh, everyone's ignoring it. I bet you we would have had some sort of like decision to make about it if we were in on the colonization game. Tordesillas. Yeah, I knew it was. I mean, it was similar, right? You're just doing free association. That's what happens a lot when I'm playing, not when I'm playing, when I'm watching Jeopardy with Essentia. We do a lot of that sort of like, okay, hold on. It's a word, it's vibing with me. It starts with a T. I think there's a couple of O's in it. I'm just going to start saying some random words, and then like, it'll trigger something in the other person. Actually, speaking of tortilla, we're salty about an episode. We're doing catch up. We're watching some like old reruns and things like that. So these are all episodes from like 3 years ago. There was a dish that they had to answer, and it was clearly the tortilla, which is to say the egg and sort of potato kind of casserole-y kind of dish that you get, as opposed to, you know, flatbread. The tortilla that is a egg and potato. And they accepted like some weird answer. I can't remember. Did they accept quiche? They might have accepted frittata, which again didn't feel specific enough. I think actually someone answered quiche and they got told that was wrong. It was like, okay. And someone answered frittata and they accepted it. And we were like, I feel like that was too broad. All right. Noise is now a Noise part of our territory. So that's interesting. So Noise just got cored. We are not integrating right now. They just got cored because we're assimilating in Cologne, which is where they are. And you can see here. Oh, I was going to say, hold on. We accept Franconian. We accept Rhine Franconian. So now they've just gone over 50% over here of, again, our primary or accepted culture is over 50%. So this goes from integrated to core, which is lovely. And that's what we want to see. How much extra money would it be to put a high military cabinet to strengthen government while legitimacy is at 100? That's a good question that I don't know. No, we have done that before. When we have nothing else to do, and we had some to strengthen the government, it saves us some money. We've even had a period when we were maxed out on stability and we still had a person doing that. And I mean, just generally having someone boosting stability might also be useful. Good advice for 10 years. Efficiency of our cabinet plus 10%? Heck yeah. All the things in this game that are efficiency are amazing. All of them. Now, again, one of the things that we could optimize a little bit here with a patrician tax, we could go and tax manually a little bit more here, as long as, you know, because they're at 47%, so we could tax them so that the equilibrium point was 48 or 49%, and they'd still be going up in relation. We'd get a little bit more tax money out of them, but that would be annoying, so I don't want to do that. Have you ever gotten such good advice that it made your employees 10% better for 10 years? No, wait, we hired more middle managers. Everyone knows the best way to run an efficient business is to have like at least a 1-to-1 management to employee ratio. If you can have more managers than that, it's even better, right? Pretty sure. I don't know. I've worked in a few places where it kind of felt that way sometimes. Gotta hire some Bobs. That's a reference to Office Space, isn't it? Where he had like 5 different managers because like the org tree wasn't very organized. And then they went and they were firing and laying off some like some actual workers while all the managers were getting bonuses, I think. Fiction. All right, so diplomatic spending is still high, which we kind of need. I could go and spend a little diplomat here, but I'm not going to. The cultural influence is down. Army maintenance, we're staying low. Okay, let me go and build some more barracks over here. Barracks and all markets shown. Right, which is fine. I'm going to control click to build 5 and then build another 5. Okay, we'll keep that over there. But then our passive manpower should be better. I think the next thing I'll do is probably spend to upgrade some more troops. 9 project managers and the pregnancy in 1 month. Yeah. We get the cover for the TPS report. It's such a funny movie because there was a trend, and this, I guess, like sort of generally in the 90s, late 90s, and people now are criticizing, right? These movies where like, oh, woe is me, I have a steady office job, I'm so miserable, right? It's like it's Office Space, it's Neo in the Matrix. I feel like there was a few more, or Mr. Anderson really in the Matrix, a few more, and it's like, oh yeah, I have this stable white-collar job that I'm going to be working at for the next 30 years. How miserable, right? And then people today are like, wow, that would be not so bad. But honestly, it doesn't matter. You're still going to feel kind of like miserable and drained if that's not what you want to do. We're good here. We're good here. I think we're still okay with the privilege mostly. They're mostly doing good things for us. Either by pushing us. I mean, we're gonna have to check these from time to time. Oh, I forgot. You've got the automatic monthly inflation drop. Oh no, we've factored that in because we are minting as much as we can. Oh, actually, inflation's going up a microscopic amount, which is fine. Again, I'd love an auto. It's strange. It's very bizarre to me that there's not an auto button for the minting to keep us at 0% or at least 0% growth, or have some sort of target or something like that. I guess I could go and bring it down a scooch and try to babysit this for a bit and eliminate it completely. The office job's not miserable because the office is usually the company culture. Yeah, tend to have mentally draining culture. That's the thing, like obviously, okay, the Maslow's pyramid of needs is bullshit, right? It's not realistic, but it's still a good, like, kind of approximation. And so, yeah, the first thing you need to solidify for yourself is just like basic security, right? Shelter, food, whatever. Ooh, I'm going to take the research boost, please. And so that's important. But then other aspects come in, self-actualization and this and this and this. And, sometimes you're willing to take a little bit of a hit to one area for a boost in others. Okay, I don't want to lose research progress. And with the humanist spiritualist push, right now we could actually use more spiritualists because we are doing some conversions and humanism does slow that down, although it increases assimilation. So there's pros and cons. Generally, I want to push myself towards humanist, so we'll do that now. If I could magically do it, I might do something like, if I could be 100% spiritualist right now, convert everyone, and then go 100% humanist, then obviously that'd be amazing, but meh. Why are we okay with terrible prestige? Mostly because it's really expensive to maintain my prestige up higher. I actually do like the prestige mostly for the market attraction, and the diplomatic reputation is not bad either. But it's just really difficult to go. Even if I go and like max out my cultural investment, right, it barely does anything for prestige. So when we get an opportunity to boost the prestige, great, but I'm not going to pick it at the expense of something else. Okay, this is probably going to drain our manpower pool. You know what? Yeah, so doing the upgrade now still... I don't know. I want it before war breaks out. F it. Upgrades. Let's go. Spend the money. Drain these guys. I have a slider maximum prestige at 34. It's not like slider can you 100%. Yeah. Sale of Yeah, you know what? The patricians can stay angry. That's a lot of money. Let's go and build some more barracks, though. You know what? Spend all the money. Build a ton of barracks. Okay. Laggy. There we go. Population's going up. Yeah, so we're going to drain all our manpower in this upgrade, but so be it. Free trade of goods. Trade efficiency goes up. Production efficiency goes down. Every pop in one province or location. Or strong guilds. Nope. I don't want to increase the trade maintenance. Also, I probably need to do more RGOs. I'm betting a bunch of places have had their limits increased. We did get a tech that boosted it, plus their population is growing, the development is growing over time, so that should all be boosting those things. So the next time I get some cash, I might do a bunch of RGO building. Okay, I was hoping I could make it to the end of the stream. No, I gots to pee. I will be right back. Woo! Bladder demands. You guys didn't start any wars without me, did you? We'll still not on diaper meta. That's what we need for the real marathon streams. If ever I get the mental stamina to do Let 'em Dare again, maybe that's what we'll have to do. Don't need to dissolve the monasteries. Patricians are salty, but they'll be fine. Buildings, naval supplies. The other guilds are losing money, which is a little surprising. So yeah, we've completely drained our manpower pool here to upgrade. Because the thing is, these upgraded units, not only do they maybe have better stats, but they also have more dudes per regiment, which is actually one of the reasons that the professional army scales up so much over the later eras. Because early on, like even in the first age, right, that you play in, the professional troops have better base stats than levies, but they're so tiny. Some of them are like 50 per regiment, as opposed to the peasants, which are 1,000. And just that sheer number tends to make them more dominant. But now at this point, these groups are getting more. So you can see 800 over here. So 800 pikemen versus regiments of 1,000 peasants. But these are going to be so much better at this point that I'm going to say at this point, I think the peasants are probably completely obsolete unless we need a real panic emergency button. And I could see us doing something like raising the peasant armies, telling those guys to go out and carpet siege, while our professional army goes and actually, you know, like murders other armies in the face. Yeah, there have been reports of people like winning battles with like a 1 to 10 like disadvantage. Oh, thank you, tons of money. Or prestige, and we get an artist. No, I'm just going to take a bunch of cash right now. That suits me great. Next thing, I said I was probably going to do RGOs, so I probably will go and do that. So if we go into the goods mode, open the RGO builder, and yeah, for all markets is fine. Ooh, Saarburg's got lumber, which is very good. Yeah, control clicking to do 5 at a time. That's not bad. They pay for themselves in, you know, about 6 or 7 years. And, you know, they bring prices down for other things. One more. Okay, I'll stop. I still got cash. Okay, we'll stop there. Also employs more people from peasants and laborers, which is good for them. All kinds of different things. And just cheaper goods, which we can also trade. So that seems lovely. You can trade. Oh, the trade offices are the foreign buildings, which have some value. And then the merchant quarters. Yeah. Here, let's mass build a bunch of those. All right. Reports people winning battles 1 to 10 disadvantage. Yeah, call Eisencourt. Need more lead for firearms? Maybe. And we do have a couple of lead mines. And we do have a lot of trade power as well. So the hope is that more of these things get brought in. So what are the pastures spending on? Books. And again, it would be great if at a glance, right, we could see, okay, they're spending a lot on books. Is it because books are expensive? Well, I don't know. Show books and then check in our markets. We have a surplus in both of our markets. So yeah, that's not the issue. Just buy a lot of books. And I mean, you know, maybe rather than looking at the individual estates, we can just look at the markets for things that are over and under supplied and then look at that. That's probably the better way to do it. Usually check the market map mode to see the market map mode to see. I mean, I guess when you mouse over like these markets over here, you do get these stats. So greatest need. That's probably the way to just do it rather than check the estates. Apparently, we do still need lots of paper. Lots of pepper. So we'll probably build more of those too with some money. Although I'm okay with what we've queued up over here. Right, so maybe I'll discard the disease alert since I'm just checking it and it's not that helpful. Heck, maybe I could discard the fort alert too. I don't know, it might be good to keep in mind. And we're going to get another Catholic Zealot uprising. Oh, there we go. Max out some. Oh, you're saying if you mouse out over here, you get that tooltip. Yeah. Which could be interesting, because we could even use this to look at other markets and see what might be available. We could import a lot of wheat cheaply from Paris, for example. Actually, is kind of useful. And yeah, our fort limit overage as a percentage gotten a little bit better. I'm still just not paying for the maintenance right now, which is fine. Same thing with the army maintenance, which is fine. Situation noise getting close to unbearable. Citizens refusing to accept the preaching of the missionaries. Gain some unrest or missionary events. No, we're not going to stall their efforts. They can gain a little bit of unrest for now. That's going to be fine. So simulation here is probably... yeah, this is fine. Right, of course, 75. Yeah, so whenever... yeah, because this number is... right, of course, our actual main one. So if I want to change the assimilation to Alemannic... here, I'm just going to pick one of these low percentage ones and do that. Because, yeah, whenever they're over 50 on assimilation, they're definitely fine. Although, if there's not also some of the secondary, which at least I guess we can see in this tooltip, but yeah, some of these might be accepted, but I might want a little bit more padding on Cologne Bay in case there's a demographic shift, and then all of a sudden, like, the cores go kind of blah. Yeah, I'm automating the trade. I really like trade. Like, to me, it makes the world feeling really alive. But I can't see myself, especially like live stream where I want to keep the rates up a little bit more. I can't see myself managing the trade networks. I could do the thing where like I reserve some amount of it maybe and do some manual trading. We can definitely make a lot more money doing manual trading, but we'd spend the entire stream would just be fiddling those numbers. And don't get me wrong, we'd love spreadsheet simulators over here, but competent diplomacy. That sounds about right. Speaking of diplomacy, though, we do have a lot. First of all, is there any chance I can drop my diplomatic spending and not have my vassal get cranky? So, yes, okay. We can save a little bit, which is good. And then I still have some extra diplomats. I'm tempted to try to see what happens if I start assimilating someone else and if that rate changes. And because I can always cancel it. It costs us a diplomat to try. But, let's say I were to start annexing Schwarzburg. Right, lower subject opinion, but it doesn't raise their liberty desire. Yeah, minus 100%, so no, that's no good. So, yeah, okay, that's no good. So we'll just go ahead and reload that save. Had to double check because there were some conflicting reports in the stream chats. Of trade focus games, so do hit my... yeah, like in EU4, the trade stuff was like great, and like EU4's trade was like so just abstracted, but it was still really satisfying to do. And here I love that it's not abstracted. I love that there are specific, specific goods that are being moved around. It makes it feel real, but I'm still fine with delegating it. So yeah, I guess if I'm not going to do more annexation, I can just go and improve opinion with a few more people. Like, yeah, it probably doesn't make any sense with France. Naples. Hungary, how you feeling? No, you still like me a fair bit. Poland keeps getting swallowed up. You guys are a little far away. Tunis. I mean, the Ottomans are probably not going to be friendly with me regardless. Bohemia, Austria, still pretty high. Saxony. I'm just looking at how much we could improve these, because it's telling me... Sure, Lüneburg. Actually, I think you're one of the people who might be coalitioning us, so let's see if we can get you out of there. Almost done fully converting Essen, which we might not need to finish, but what the hell. Honestly, it might not finish because there might be some, like, contradictory pressure from some other things. Like, it might make sense, actually, to just switch you to someone else at this point. Dusseldorf has the lowest percentage right now, so let's just go ahead and do that. Go north and conquer, yeah, but people are still... I mean, we might be fine at this point. Although, I don't think we finished upgrading our army to everything the latest, and we still have no manpower bank, so I do want to refill that, which is partially going to be from building more barracks. But I do wonder, like, with the paper shortage, we can address that, and I think I should. Pepper. Paper workshop. Yeah, build a bunch of those, please. Yeah, I want to keep conquering north for a couple of reasons. One, it'd be great to have a coast. I hear water is a place where you can do trade over, and that seems really appealing to us. But also, I would like to form another nation at some point just because we can, and it's fun to hit buttons. And we need territory here. For Lothringia. We can do another one of these. Councilor, promote. Oh, promote state religion. Missionary zeal for 10 years. Pop conversion speed. Yes, please. Boom. Boom. And, oh, support for plutocratic movement. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Bam. All right, great. And yeah, I could get a CB. I could do what? No need to do that right now. We're good. That is really fantastic. Oh, Wurzburgian Hessian War. I'm going to say yes. We're fighting Lüneburg, as it turns out. Show me the war map mode. I love that. And you realize the transitions were kind of randomized. Like, the tactical, it's like a dissolve. And the war, it's like a sweep. Huh! I hadn't noticed that these map modes have different transitions. It doesn't matter at all, but it's kind of nice. A little bit of visual candy. Now, this might be something where a separate piece out is quite appealing. Let's take our artillery and half the infantry. This army move over here. Well, actually, what I'll do is I'll do that. And then this army, actually just stay here. Put you on auto stomp, but let's quickly go and siege this out. And then you, I'm gonna put you on mission hunt armies. Anywhere. Go and murder people in the face. Yeah, you're gonna have no cannons and stuff. You'll probably still do okay. What? Look up. Oh! I didn't, okay, we got prisoners from that first battle. I'm like, how is it that we have prisoners immediately? I forgot we did have a little mini fight that I wasn't even conscious of in any way whatsoever. Alright. Yeah, you can have the parliament seat, whatever, that's fine. Broken 2 bridges in English. Yeah, I think we'd figure that out. Mercantilist, I really want free trade. Oh, I don't want to lose a 20 stability. I mean, I don't love losing Republican tradition either, and I don't really love the push towards traditionalist, but I guess it'll have to do. Yeah, war with 0 manpower. Turns out it's going to be fine, actually. I'm not even worried, although I don't like running the deficit here. It's because our army maintenance is back up. You know what, I'm going to drop the cost of the court and the stability spending for now. I'll bring it back up, but I just want to make sure I'm not running a huge deficit in the middle of the war. Battle of Hamburg. What's a 7-to-1 ratio? Not too shabby. Landau is depopulating quickly. Don't love that. Guess I could have done a rush here, although without the manpower, I don't know. Okay. I think I'm going to tell this guy to go and do focus siege. Anywhere. Because you got the cannons and stuff like that. In fact, I could probably split you in half. Damn it! I would have wanted that. They're already separate pieced. You know what? There's not that many troops around. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to select both armies. I'm going to tell them all to go carpet siege. Honestly, literally everywhere is fine. Military zeal. Election administration. Oh! Our leader died! Okay. We'll get a pop-up to select the next one shortly. There it is. Would it be great to get a total number over here? Let's call this about 180. Oh, that's very high. That's also pretty good. What are these ages? Well, you're Calvinist at 64. Catholic at 30. We can't have our people convert, which is annoying. And a Lutheran. Who's got the worst stats? This guy does have the best stats. At 60. You know what? We'll do this. At least he'll cycle fairly quickly. And oh yeah, we have no diplomats, so you can't get married. Now running here, I think it's fine. Like it doesn't. I don't think it's going to cancel our annexations or something, right? I guess I don't. It dates it. Like that would be the only thing is if running negative diplomats cancels the annexation and we have to start all over again. Yeah, so there's a larger stack running around, huh? Giving us some little micro boops. Okay. You have the cannons, so I'm going to put you back on carpet siege. The other one, I'm going to put on hunt armies. There you go. Keep whacking these things. There you go. There you go. Peace outs. I'm still hoping to maybe getting a little something out of myself, but it might not be possible. And I'm assuming right now... Wait, did the war end? Is the war just over? Oh. Alright, never mind then. So much for that. Drop this, drop... We just died again? Wow, that guy did not last very long. Go about halfway there. And there we go. Just a slow climb. There we go. Okay. Oh, the Catholic Zealots but pop? Yeah, 94%. Okay, that's fine. We'll just group everyone up again. Some of them stops. I don't know. Do they stop when they re-enter the country and stop getting black flag, maybe? New election. Okay, well, you suck at the Diplo, but you're good at the other two things. Amar, I think... Yeah, this is the Catholic guy who was there before, and I think this is the Calvinist who was there. Oh, no, he's Lutheran. 60... Oh, yeah, he's the other one. I guess I'm going to take Lacroix. He's got great stats. We'll forgive him for being a Catholic. Again, maybe at some point, maybe we're in this, but I'm not going to spend on it for the full crazy. Anti-clericalism. Move money from the burghers to the pastures. No, we'll just do this. Mild reprimand. That's fine. Okay, so one army again. Good. I'm going to put you back on suppress rebels. What was the point of that war? Well, we didn't start it. We just went and helped out one of our allies. We'd have liked to have sneaked in something. Right. Take the stab hit. I don't know, whatever. So a lot of people are still pissy, but they're probably small enough to not be relevant. I think the next time... We're still being friends with the Netherlands. And then, what's the coalition like? What do we go here, here, here? There's still a coalition against France? There is, but it still only has one member in it. We do still have a lot of allies. Out of curiosity, like, if we went and, like, checked to declare war against France... Slightly weaker than them. I think it says we will probably lose the war. We could lose the war. Why is it telling me both? Maybe it's saying that to them. I don't know. But, like, there's people we could bring in on this. And that, I think, is just based on pure... Like, that prediction is based on pure troop numbers. And, again, it would not surprise me if troops were just better. You know? Okay, everything has been upgraded, which is nice. I mean, I'd probably still want, you know, manpower. Alright, maybe we can piss off the guilds a little, that's fine. Oh, marriage offer. My baloney has a first name. It's, Jobst. How's my market? Is it... Okay. So we no longer have the greatest need for paper. There's a need for wool, which actually, I think we do have some wool producers. I could get some more wool RGOs in Cologne. So there's not much to gain there, but that's at least something. More RGOs. Well, they're not fantastic, but they'll do. And yeah, a few more in Strasbourg, and then let's go and get some more barracks. Probably in Strasbourg. I mean, I could limit it, or like, open it up to anything. Let's build 5 more of those. All right, spend our money. I keep talking about saving up a little bit, but... Wish you could do a border skirmish to test how powerful your troops are. That'd be interesting, yeah. Actually compare the stats. Oh, it wasn't my console that got married. Oh, okay. Oh, we're still running negative Diplo, and I'm going to say that's still fine. And yeah, 71 should be one annexation. Another government reform. Oh, finally! Yep, 4 out of 5. Okay, what do we want to add in here? I don't think we want serfdom. I mean, food production is always good. But I don't think we're looking for serfdom. Black chambers, no. Although I do like innovative. Religious laws enforced. More conversion, but traditionalist and spiritualist is really not our vibe. Mandatory bureaucrat education. Oh! More literacy. And more innovative. Counter spies, fixed vassal obligations. We could get more loyalty with subjects, but I think we're going to be fine right now. Transportation code, cheaper road building, more trade range, progress towards free trade. It's nice, but it's not exciting me. Cultural recognition, we don't need you. Trade office network. Weirdly, we don't really need. Peasant size, no. Plutocratic ethos is up. Okay, we get legislative efficiency, more base parliament support, and progress towards plutocracy. That's pretty good. Diplomats, asymmetrical warfare, raw materials. Tax efficiency is really good. State enrichment. This is how much an estate can withhold from their taxable income each month. Oh, so we'd get less taxes, but they'd be more efficient. Or no, wait, estate enrichment goes down, so we'd get more tax efficiency, and they would be able to withhold less from me. That's tempting, but, I mean, plutocracy is really our vibe. And, you know, the legislative efficiency was going to be great. Our cabinet's just going to work better. Yeah. And we're role-playing it. Perfect. Okay. And, oh, we need a dude over. Oh, this is probably, I probably went and elected you is probably what happened there. With the assimilation, our best person would be Gilles Lacroix, who's not actually that impressive here. Although he's part of our family, which changes. I think we take... That's really the best Diplo? Wow. Tell you what, I will put Simon Delacroix. He's really not fantastic. But he'll live for a while. He's doing an okay thing right now. Sure. We got a few truces now with some of the people who would coalition us. Austria. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, what? Oh! Because I was clicking on the flag as opposed to the bottom part? So I'm going to say yes because I do want Austria to stay an ally. And I guess I'm just going to change you to... Go and hunt down some armies for a bit. And then we can probably pull back home. In fact... Oh, that's going to be an insanely one-sided war. I really don't actually have to do anything, but... Oh, right. Do we need a head of cabinet? Again. We do. He's part of the crown stuff, so we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, they're on the move, so their morale is going down. There you go. Build back up, and then maybe go hunt someone. Gain cores! Oh, nice. I don't want to cycle any of these. This assimilative Cologne Bay could probably be changed at this point. So I'm going to assimilate somewhere else. Dusseldorf clearly needs it. Yeah, there might be something we can grab for separate piece, but it seems unlikely. Like troops aren't even bothering to move. Yeah, you know what? If my troops don't move, I think it's going to be fine. I think we don't have to get involved in this in the slightest. Starving province is probably from feeding these guys, right? They're in the Vosges, yeah. So, you know what? I'm going to take you off automatic. I'm going to just park you maybe in Strasbourg itself. So you don't starve out a province by standing in it. Thanks. Because this province has plenty of food generation. Oh, rebels at 98%. They'll pop soon. Landau is one of the places where they will pop, so maybe I'll just go stand there. Oh, now they're just going to pop over there. Yeah, that's fine. We'll have the world's shortest civil war. We've already had one civil war. Why not a second one? Is the annexation stalling because we don't have the Diplo power? Maybe it is. Well, even with max spending, I'm still sitting on negative here. I guess I could cancel some of the relations improvement. Let me cancel both of those. Burger capacity. No, I want the strength and trade advantage. Yeah, slightly positive. Barely, but slightly positive. Mediate, lose prestige, lose stability. I'll take the prestige hit in this case. That's fine. Looking for nearby iron NPC location potential conquest. I mean, that would be mostly, you know, we were focusing on the Rhine because it lowered transportation distances. We're looking for Lotharingia. We could be poking specifically at some of the like type locations. Although mostly, like, I really would have wanted Oberkirk, I think, for the lumber, but That's Strasbourgum, which I would love to eat completely, but they're a vassal of Austria, which we could probably take at this point, but I kind of still want them as an ally. Oh, Bohemia doesn't like me because I did go and just worsen relations because of the religious stuff, but... Supreme Court building. So I think this is, we can build one of these. I think it has to be in our capital. There we go. So this gives us a bunch of monthly development growth. Cool. More crown power. And the entire country gets the discounted proximity cost, I think, which is kind of amazing. Peacing is happening. At negative war score. I mean, that's just probably because they haven't claimed, like, they haven't gone for the war goal or something. Yeah, the Catholics have been sitting on 100% for a little bit. Maybe now? Start of a month? No, they still at 100%? They're not sure? Alright, they're not sure. Like, I don't know. There's some big scary armies out there. I can flip this. Yeah. This assimilation can be swapped. Pick another location with, like, 0. And just hopefully generating some more cores that way. That's a rebel sit 100% for 60 months because they actually fired, huh? Yeah. All right, Bohemia broke off. That's unfortunate because it would have been nice to pull them in the war with France. Rubens and cabinet. No. Just upset the pastors. It'll be fine. Money's going up. Hey, we have a little bit of manpower stored. Look at that. Peace. Okay. Could probably lower my maintenance on my troops right now. Although, then the Catholic zealots will pop. I think they still won't pop with enough numbers to cause us a problem, even if we're sitting at 50% morale, but... More money. More upset patricians. It's fine. I want to spend the money now? I might. We're going to have to do some road building soon. I still want more barracks, I'm sure of it. Gem saffron, gold incense. Yes, these are just raw resources that are the things that are the most demand in these markets. Yeah, alright, so I will go and build more barracks. And anywhere it thinks is best is fine. I'm just going to, you know what, I'm going to do a big shift click. Build lots of barracks, please. Well, I don't know if this works everywhere, but if you marry off someone to a woman or probably a man with high stats, you can give them rights to be in your cabinet. Oh, okay. Just got a 79, 100, 100 female in my cabinet because she's married to an heir. Oh. Azores await. Oh! There you go. We can start to see a little bit more of the world. We're still very, very restricted to the old world over here. Simon died. Let's see here. The game run. Only 21. You know what? We probably might do this. We don't have any, like, super high-skilled people anymore. Peace, peace, peace. The war still rages. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just drop my army maintenance and my fort maintenance now. While at war, because it's fine. And with a civil war, maybe about to pop. It's fine. There. Let's go, and yeah, well, let's put this PAL in here. And we might still be able to get some late game colonization, apparently. People have said it might be an option. Crown power, the curio, good. And then, oh yeah, we're gonna get a new law unlock here, which is nice. A confessional court will help with more converting. Building missing goods. More paper in Strasbourg. All right. We need it to make sure our bookbinders are still profitable. We need to fuel like universities and stuff like that, temples. People are still joining the coalition against me. I'm actually kind of surprised about that, but okay. I'm like actually quite surprised at this point. Come on. So we're going to do Lorraine first. Nice. And yeah, we might want to immediately go and build some roads afterwards. 26 most powerful in the world, of the ones we know anyway. Annexing Lorraine! Alright, and we gain a bunch of cores. Show, and we got a bunch of money. So again, the road building interface, I really want this to have a filter to only show me things that are actually within my actual borders. Because that doesn't exist. And instead what I do is this thing where I kind of look at the black lines to see what's within my borders, and then see anything that's got sort of little stripy colors. Because these are places that could presumably use some roads. Alright, well, we just spent a bunch of money. We'll do some more of that. Doing a great job. We just hired him. Oh, we can do a piracy law. But we can't. Oh, because we need some money. I don't think we lose stability if there's not already a law. Are these more expensive? Or... no, there's requirements. Tiers of this. So we can just click anti-piracy. Okay. Yeah, we are against piracy. That sounds very reasonable to me. Alright. Our name is a little bit better now. This Zweibrücken is still kind of annoying, because they're going to interfere a little bit with our name placement. But so far, so good. Our tiny little nation, is getting bigger. Are the rebels still sitting at 100%? And they are. Okay. Ooh, we can get married to Teresia von Gudensburg. All right. Done.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new
privateering. Well, I don't think we're going to run a pirate nation here. We're going to have to do a run at some point. We're a pirate nation. But today is not the time. Let 9. Hey, thanks for the sub. Do a U5 streaming the online. These I find it difficult to coordinate a lot of things these days, so probably not. Has he been playing U5? I haven't loaded the channel in a little bit. Do incursion tree, I prefer. Some point we'll get some of this boat shit. And some of the colonial shit and exploration shit, maybe. But we still have lots of stuff in our queue now, so we're just gonna leave it here. Seemed you had some land in Denmark. You just from the highlight now? Oh. Oh. I have land here. Did this belong to Lorraine? Did I get gifted this in some... I have coast. I mean, I can't reach it. I have coast. How crazy. So we have Stade right here, the town of Stade. And we have Ritzbüttel, which is not a town. So it'll be interesting to see what we do with that. There's not any real good reason to do it right now. They clearly have a bailiff. And you have a bailiff? You don't. You might want to build a bailiff here. What? Oh, right. We can't... Bailiffs are things you build in rural locations. So Stade has no control. I guess that's just going to have to be fine for now. Yeah, Münster into Lüneburg over here to connect up our land? Maybe? Huh. Alright, money coming in. Manpower's accruing. Might have gone up a big chunk when we integrated Lorraine. That's possible. Do I want to start the next annexation right now? I think I do. So I think it'll be Württemberg. Oh. I mean, I think it's going to be Schwarzburg. Get that started. Be able to colonize. I mean, may. Can we? We're going to have to look into that next time. Ooh, I like sponsoring a cathedral. This. Oh, we already started some. Yeah, I'll start a cathedral. Because that's still great. And then these are. Oh yeah, let's burn off these artisan guilds. I like the production efficiency. It doesn't matter that much. We'll just do the artisan guild complaints. There we go. So now we're over 50%. We could actually take a 5% hit as well and be fine. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up here. I would like to go long today because I'm having fun, but we have an extra stream tomorrow, bonus stream tomorrow. So the plan right now, Wednesday, we'll be back with more U5. So tomorrow, we're playing RuneQuest Warlords, which is a turn-based tactical battle game. RuneQuest Warlords. It is a sponsored stream from Slytherin. We're going to be playing it for 2 hours. And then we're going to be watching the Slytherin announcement stream. Slytherin is... am I pronouncing that correctly? Slytherin, yeah. Not one of the Harry Potter houses, but Slytherin. They make a ton of great strategy and simulation games that we've played a bunch of. Distant Worlds, for example, is a great example. They just do really like indie, crunchy strategy games, which I love. And they asked me to play some RuneQuest Warlords, and I haven't done anything ever in the RuneQuest universe. So it might be a bit of a learning thing, and it looks like a cool strategy game. I played it a little bit yesterday to learn it. I'm going to be playing it some more tonight and tomorrow morning so that I can be ready for the stream. And then, yeah, we're going to watch their announcement. So that starts at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. So it is a fairly early start to the stream, but they're in Central European time. They've got an evening presentation, and it's just going to work out that way. So set your clocks for that. And for EU5, we're going to see you on Wednesday for that. Folks, thanks a lot for coming out. As A Kiss for Luck streaming today, she has really not been feeling well, so she hasn't been streaming as often. But yes, there is a stream going on there today. Some Northgard is being played. So give her some love, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more RuneQuest. Bye-bye, everyone.